curving the top of the rail so that the wheel only touches a tiny part of it as it rolls by.
You would play
After that, it's just a decision about how much wear you want before needing to replace the rail. The more metal you include in the railhead, the more it will cost, but the longer it will last. In fact, not all rails are equal. The lightest rails are used on straight sections and small commuter service lines. The largest rails are used on curves and heavy-haul freight tracks. Once they get worn down on the main line, they often get reinstalled for a second life in a yard or siding where they can still bear train cars and locomotives at slow speeds. So, rails are shaped in that funny way for a reason. They're bulbous, both to reduce the size of the contact patch and provide enough steel to wear away before needing to be replaced. And the shape of rails and wheels is still a topic of research and innovation. Just in the past few years, the standard profile of North American freight train wheels was updated to the...
Yo, those spooky skeleton guys I linked, Prinny, they summon little flying imps, too.
So I clicked on your image is different from...
Oh, yeah, it's I linked the greater one by accident. Like the superior.
Oh, I see. I was so confused, because I kept clicking on the other ones. I'm like, where's this image coming from?
The new AAR-2.
Yeah, I've seen 2 of the superior ones too, which is like pretty lucky.
What are they just like a little bit harder, or like what's up with them?
Well, that one has different mechanics. His little spawns actually hurt a lot, and they do things that you basically kite it around when it spawns.
Oh.
I
see.
But it's not really a big deal. But they give a big chunk of Slayer XP. And they have 3, like, they drop at least 3 items guaranteed.
Oh, they drop items guaranteed.
Yeah, and they have a chance at, like, the superiors have a unique table of their own that they have a rare chance to drop.
Yeah, I did see that, yeah.
Yeah, I really want that Dust Battle Staff.
Yeah, those the double elemental ones seem sick to have, yeah. To Falador.
Falador Nora.
4,800 dust dungeons.
But yeah, every cast of my spell, I'm getting like 500 experience. It's pretty sick.
500 experience of what?
Split between magic, defense, HP.
Oh, sick. Yeah, that's sick. That's giga leveling.
Yeah. Bursting these guys is 400k XP an hour. Oh, and also Slayer when I actually get a kill.
Slayer.
Oh, and I got 2 kills, and they dropped 2 rune square shields. There's another 50k. No problem, just rich. Oh yeah, and their little spawns do hurt a little bit, but you just blood burst. Boop, 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 boop. So Snapdragon Seed, that's nice.
Alright, that's enough.
Oh, I never got Golbez's card. Disgusting.
Another dragon stone!
Oh, we'll be doing Extreme at some point. Presumably.
Yeah, either Saturday or Sunday night.
Zero miss, not Golbez, but I also do need his.
I never got Golbez's card either.
Wait, I got 6 dragon stones. What the fuck? What do you do with axes? I assume that you just make one of each of these things.
Yeah, I mean to start you make one of each.
Or do you need more for like a player?
There's a housing thing to give
shit.
infinite teleports to him that needs like 6, no 5.
5? Yeah. I have 8. I'm hella rich.
5 of each.
5 each what?
5 of the necklaces and 5 of the bracelets.
Oh, I see. You need like 20 then.
Well, that's 10. That's 10.
I can't count.
Yeah. I mean, you can also make one out of the ring and necklace or amulet, but those aren't really important because you can mount. You only need 1 amulet to mount on the wall, really. But it can also go in the jewelry box for some reason. I don't know why you would care. Yeah, I was in the, I was actually in the gem mines and I was thinking about shooting stars, because I needed, I I needed some red gems to make more Slayer bracelets. So I can,
Red topaz?
yeah. Bracelets of Slaughter. They basically give you a chance to not use a Slayer charge. So when you get a good task, you're like, oh, I just want to keep
Keep killing them. Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm using them right now. I'm going through 1.5 of these. I need to extend this task. I forgot to do it. 'Cause this task, pretty good.
Can you just like do that whenever during the task?
Well, you wear the bracelet. That's one thing, but extending the task, no. You have to. There's certain enemies you can buy extensions for, like, permanently. It means if you get...
with the points.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
if they assign it, they'll assign more.
Hmm. So you send
I
the
think
ones
it's like
you
100
like.
more, yeah.
Is there a shortened one?
No.
Oh, what the fuck? Why would they add an extension but not a shortened? That doesn't make any sense.
Because they don't want to make it too easy.
Bro, is it even too easy though?
They want to make you skip the tasks. I did a little skipping earlier. It was like kill 133 black dragons or blue dragons, and I was like, what if I didn't do that? What if I didn't do that?
But dragon bones.
Yeah, but that's a lot of blue dragons, and I didn't want to do it.
Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah.
Oh, and I had to kill them in the Taverley dungeon because it was lady.
I'm sorry.
I could have killed baby dragons, but even then I didn't want to do it. So I used 30 points of my 600, and she said, oh, go kill 50 Ankus in the place where you kill Ankus anyway. And I was like, yes. AFK, baby! Took 10 minutes. Alright, now that I've been bursted for a few minutes, what's my overall XP rate? 300k an hour split. 127k magic, 8,000 prayer, 85k HP, 70k defense, and 40k Slayer XP per hour. That's wild. That's a really high number for frickin' Slayer.
Me, chiselin' rubies. You know what I don't get? This window when you have like when you're like either fletching or like, okay, wait, maybe not fletching, but like, so you're cutting these gems, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it tells you which one do you want to chisel, but you only have the one.
Well, it's telling you how many do you want to make. You might.
Why is it not default just all?
Well, it does. That's like when you hit spacebar, that's what you're telling it. Make all by default. But like, okay, when you're smithing, right? Like, let's say you had 4 dragon stones in your inventory, and you had, you know, your amulet mold or whatever. You might not actually want to make 4 amulets. You know, you might want to make an amulet, a bracelet, a blah blah blah, blah blah blah. So it prompts you.
I hate this window though. It doesn't make sense for the chiseling.
It doesn't make a lot of sense.
Like, I just want to chisel my emerald.
I mean, they added all the, like, before you had to click it. You had to one by one it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is their
fix.
This is their
Just
make
add
it
this
make
window
it at
to
least
everything.
a little bit better. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I feel that.
They did it once and said, nah, good enough. Everybody go home for the day. Alright, Slayin. I only have 43 more boys to kill. No, I want more.
I'm sorry.
I want to be here forever.
That's not true.
Yo, I have a decision. I have a hard decision to make, though. I'm about to hit 82 Slayer.
Okay.
And at 82, I'm 3
Yeah,
levels
you-
away from the whip.
Yeah, you
So
farm it.
I could boost it.
Yeah, go farm.
Yeah, but
The
that means
Abyssal whip?
making pies. Yeah.
The abyssal one? Yeah. Farm it.
Well, I have to make a bunch of wild pies. I don't know if I want to make a bunch of wild pies.
Farm it.
I might see what my next task is. It's 83, I get something else to farm. My dragon boots. My booties.
You're finally entering the end game with farming all the Slayer weapons.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the end game, but we're finally getting something out of Slayer. Yeah, these guys dropped rune boots. I got that drop.
My saddlebag is full? Oh, I'm an idiot.
You guys got a saddlebag in RuneScape. How'd you do that? Tell me.
Wrong game.
Oh.
Alright, time to hand in all my relic stuff. I'm all done.
Yeah.
Just hand in 3 relics in a row. Well, it's not even done because there's another part to it. I hit 58 crafting. I can finally put these battle staves together.
Yeah, money! Woo!
Yeah.
Get that 2K per stay.
Yeah, actually. Teleport to Vera. Do I even have money to buy today's battle staves? Probably not.
You alch the ones you have, and then you will.
No, I know, but I was gonna like grab them all together. Okay, you know what's weird? So you can alch noted items, noted gear, right?
Yep.
But you can't superheat noted ore. What's up with that?
No, the alching is special.
That's bullshit. It should work the same. You're using a spell on a noted item.
If it worked the same, they would take away the ability to. They would just take away the ability to use notes.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
You should be,
Man,
be
I
grateful
like,
for what you have.
Bro, I just wanted to like superheat my gold ore to get some magic XP. And I'm like, this is too much cancer for my hands to click.
Blood burst. Back to full.
No one burst. Wait, what's the money called?
Gold.
Oh, I typed it. It didn't show up.
What's the money called?
It's called coin.
Coin, yeah.
I needed to add coins to my tab. So how does this work? Do I just click it on top of each other? 14 and 14, I assume?
Yep.
I like the changing of the left click thingy, like for the sand, or to make molten glass or whatever. I clicked like 14, like one click is 14 soda ash, and then one click is 14 sands.
Mm-hmm.
So it's always like even. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. I think that's
Agreed. Alright, we're in Medhelm, Chaos Runes, Blood Runes, Gold Bars.
Nice. This is gonna give me some Giga XP, right? Combining these?
Yeah, I mean, pretty good XP.
Oh, yeah, I got 112
decent.
each. Not bad.
Well, my inventory's full of alchemables. Yo, the worst thing about bursting is, like, every time I'm like, oh, let me just bring my nature runes and, you know, and alch these things. But I'm on the other spell book. I can't do that.
I find that, I think, like, I get it. It'd be pretty OP to have everything at once.
Yeah.
But man, I wish I could just have everything at once.
Alright, let's check the loot tracker. Let's see, we've killed 157 greater neck reels for 1,000,000 GP in profit, 980k.
Right.
These guys literally
What's 16 miles?
vomit money.
Oh, pretty big.
Dude, I wish I had that seed box though. But that means going back to Tithe Farm. Can't make me.
I just got them both at once. I just did it all at
Is
all
the
at
Tithe
once.
is the herb box the same price as the?
It's 250, yeah. 250 for the box,
It's
250
not
for
that
the yeah, it's not that bad honestly. You get 35 per 100 fruits or whatever. Yeah.
Carnage Dimension unlocked.
Congrats.
The DOC. Wait, that's pretty fast for Carnage.
They streamlined a lot of stuff, or they reduced a lot of the grinding, like pre-Carnage.
That's good. All the grinding should be really at the end, anyways.
Yeah. IMO. Agreed. Oh boy. Wait, can I sightsee the Carnage Dimension? Can't. The fuck?
All right, I made 44 battle staves.
Woohoo!
Your Carnage items.
Ready.
44. I made 44, and I gave 100 each. So I made 4.4k XP crafting XP.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's technically daily.
No, daily's 15.
Well, this guy only has the easy tire.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
How embarrassing.
Yeah. Well, the quest log says I have to go do the medium one like very soon. So.
The quest log told you to jump off a bridge. Would you do it?
Yeah. If it told me that, I could do something later faster. Yeah. Actually, speaking of that, that bridge in Karamja, there's like an ability. It's not even like an ability bridge.
Oh yeah. You fall off it. Yeah.
Oh my fucking god, dude! The other day, I had to cross it because I was trying to find this NPC, but then the NPC had moved from the spot and I didn't realize. So I tried crossing it and I fell off 5 times and I lost like 50 health. And I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, it's pretty cringe.
Yeah, it is actually cringe. That actually made me really mad. And then he wasn't there, and I'm like, this is so stupid.
How embarrassing.
He wasn't even there.
Am I actually gonna get this Slayer level? Am I getting enough procs to get this Slayer level or not?
No.
20k, and they give 210 each, so no. Not unless I get another if I get another superior in 30 kills.
Oh yeah, easy. Easy.
I've already seen 2. That's already like way lucky.
Oh, that's yeah. All right, now to get my what do you elk stuff again? It's fire nature.
Yeah. Use a fire stave, save some runes.
I got the fire block.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm a lucker noob.
Shut up.
I'm a lucker noob.
Yo, I still don't have the water book, and I've done like 8 billion temperosas.
Yo, same, but not 8 billion.
Oh, 2 more rune square shields. Time for
Okay,
another
I'm out of
message.
here.
See
Goodbye.
ya.
Good night.
Ooh. What the fuck?
Just a tiny change in the shape of the wheel was tested to have 40% less wear than the previous spec. That means trains will start seeing better steering, lower friction, better fuel consumption, and longer-lasting infrastructure. In many ways, railroads might seem like old technology, a solved problem that doesn't need more engineering. But it's just not true. Modern railroad companies use sophisticated software, like the Train Energy and Dynamics Simulator, to keep track of all the complexities involved in how wheels and rails interact. Simulators can let you adjust factors like train makeup, different track conditions, operating conditions, suspensions, and more to characterize how trains will handle and how much energy they'll use. That's the topic of the next video in this series, so stay tuned if you want to learn more. In the 19th, a train is a simple thing at first glance. A locomotive or several pull a string of cars along a railroad. But not all those rail cars are equal, and there are some fascinating details if you take a minute to notice their differences. I'm about to start a deep dive series on railway engineering, but I thought, before I do that, we should cover some of the basics first. How many of these cars have you spotted before? I'm Grady, and this is Practical Engineering. Let's get started. All trains have at least one locomotive that provides the power. They can pull from the front, called the head of the train, push from the tail, or act as so-called distributed power, somewhere in between. There's a ton of types of locomotives, but they deserve their own video, so today I'll focus mainly on the unpowered cars they push or pull. We'll start with passenger cars, move on to freight, and then talk about a few of the more unusual cars you might be lucky enough to spot on the rails. Unless you work in the railroad industry, passenger trains are the only ones you'll ever get a chance to interact with. The standard passenger car, or coach, is what you've probably seen the most of. Aisle in the center with rows of seats on either side. Some coach cars can be disconnected and rearranged, but most modern passenger cars come in train sets that are rarely split up in normal operation. Some passenger cars are bi-level, also called double-decker. This can double the capacity of a car, but it's kind of rare. That's not only because of height and weight restrictions on railroads, but also because the added time it takes to load and unload the cars can cause congestion at busy stations. Long-haul passenger trains may include a baggage car for checked luggage like the cargo hold of an airliner. In most cases, they're designed to look like the rest of the passenger cars, although often with fewer windows since bags rarely enjoy the view. Combine cars have a section for passengers and one for luggage or freight. Although tricky to identify from the outside, a common sight on passenger trains is a diner car, essentially a rolling restaurant. These cars give rise to the quintessential American restaurant of the same name, many of which are converted rail cars themselves. Some passenger routes even have a lounge car, a bar on rails that sometimes even has live music. If you're sleepy after dinner, you might find yourself in a sleeper car. Open section cars have the beds and bunks with only a curtain for privacy. Most modern sleeping cars have private rooms and bathrooms akin to rolling hotels. These days, especially in the US, passenger rail is used by people who find the journey itself to be the destination. Some passenger trains include dome cars for better sightseeing along the trip. A bulbous glass dome provides a panoramic view from the side of the car. Similarly, observation cars are sometimes included at the end of the train to give passengers a view out the back. Of course, we can't forget crew cars. All trains have a team of people who work aboard.
That was an
operation,
primitive
maintenance,
technology
and other
today.
tasks.
What the heck?
And they sometimes
I
need their
didn't
own
notice that.
quarters for
6
breaks
hours
or
ago.
sleep.
Rick and charcoal
Especially in areas
production.
like Australia, where there are huge
Lord
stretches
Brisk.
of rail without stops at cities, a whole second crew might
Who's he
wait
playing,
in the crew
Factorio?
car ready to swap when the
Or
working
I was
time
playing
limits of the
Minecraft, I
first
guess?
crew are reached. Passenger trains are cool, of course, but I'm more of a freight train rail fan myself. There's just something awesome about seeing a single car weighing sometimes more than 100 tons move almost effortlessly down steel rails. And with the huge variety of types of freight that move overland, come a huge variety of rail cars. Boxcars are a common sight with their huge sliding doors. They can be loaded by hand or forklift and accommodate a wide range of sizes and types of cargo that require protection from the elements. And they have a few variations too. A refrigerated boxcar is exactly what it sounds like a giant insulated fridge or freezer on rails. They usually feature a diesel-powered refrigeration system that's easy to spot from the outside. If the goods being transported in a boxcar are relatively light, you end up completely filling the car before coming close to its weight capacity, sometimes called cubing out the car. To maximize the use of a boxcar for lightweight cargo, there are taller versions called high cubes. Not all railroads can fit such a tall car because of tunnels or bridges, so you might see the excess height portion of the car marked in white to make sure it doesn't inadvertently end up on a route without the necessary clearance. If you want a train car full of cars, then you're looking for an auto rack, designed to carry consumer cars and trucks. Many have 3 levels and carry dozens of vehicles at once. Freight rail moves automobiles cheaper and with better protection compared to driving each one individually from factories to distribution centers. A few passenger trains pull auto racks as well, like the Auto Train between Washington, D.C. and Orlando. You can take your car on your rail trip and have it at your destination. When it comes to freight cars, it doesn't get much more straightforward than a flat car. A simple name for a simple function, just a rolling platform that can be used for all sorts of cargo, especially big stuff that needs to be loaded with a hoist or crane, and cargo that can handle a little rain or snow. You might see flat cars used to transport heavy equipment and machinery, pipes or steel beams, or even see multiple flat cars outfitted to transport enormous wind turbine blades. Some flat cars feature bulkheads at the front and rear. These help keep loads like steel plates, pipes, and wood products from shifting forwards or backwards when the train accelerates or brakes. Another flat car variant is the center beam car, used to haul lumber, plywood, wallboard, and fencing. The central beam helps stiffen the car, making it possible to stack products higher. It also provides a place to secure loads from the other side of the car. Some center beam rail cars hold enough lumber to frame out half a dozen houses. Flat cars are also used for intermodal shipping, or using more than one mode of transportation, like trucks, trains, and ships. Trailer on flat car, or TOFC, isn't exactly a distinct type of rail car, but it is a distinct use of one. A semi-trailer is lifted or driven onto a flat car at one terminal, and it's ready to connect back to a truck once it reaches the next intermodal facility to be driven to its final destination. This is sometimes called piggybacking, and it can be a cheaper alternative than trucking the trailer for its entire route. Most intermodal freight these days comes in containers, standardized steel boxes that fit on trucks, trains, and ships. Container on flat car, or COFC, again, isn't a different kind of car, but simply a specialized use. The cast corners of steel containers have holes that make them easy to secure with latches or twist lock devices, so they can be quickly loaded and unloaded. One of the great advantages of containerization is that modern intermodal containers can be stacked. An inner box connector slots between the corner castings and holds each box together. But you don't see double-stacked containers on flat cars very often because of height restrictions and issues with center of gravity. Instead, well cars recess the bottom of a container between the wheels, lowering the top of a double stack and making it safer at speed. Not every line has the clearance, but well cars have made it possible to double stack intermodal freight on a lot more routes than before. Coils of sheet metal are used in countless manufacturing processes, so you can see them on freight railroads fairly frequently in coil cars. Steel coils are challenging to load and unload, and challenging to secure as well, so that's why they get their own specialized cars. Many are covered with a hood to protect the steel or other metal cargo from the elements. Gondola cars, or gondola depending on where you live, are used for bulk materials like scrap metal, sand, ore, and coal. They're basically enormous wagons. Gondolas have to be loaded and unloaded from the top with a crane or bucket. Some can be turned upside down and unloaded using a rotary dumper. Look for the different colored paint on the side with the rotary coupler. Hopper cars are like gondolas in that they're loaded from the top, but they have sloped sides and bottoms that funnel material so they can be unloaded through hatches at the bottom. Hoppers can have open tops when carrying loads that aren't sensitive to weather, but covered hoppers are used for cargo that needs protection from the elements, like sugar and grains. Another option for unloading bulk goods is to tip it sideways. This is a side dump car, not very common to see. They're mostly used to maintain the railroad itself rather than move and deliver bulk goods to customers. The next car is very rare, but it's so cool I just had to include it. Behold the behemoth that is the Schnabel car. These are actually two cars with far more axles than normal, each sporting a heavy lift arm for truly enormous cargo, such as power transformers used in substations. One of the largest of these is used in the US to transport nuclear reactor containment vessels on 36 axles. Tank cars are used to carry liquids and gases on rails. Like all rail cars, there are plenty of variations, but in general, they're split up into two types. Non-pressurized tank cars handle all kinds of liquids from milk to oil. They may have specialized coatings that match their specific cargo needs, can be insulated or even refrigerated, and they usually have a bottom out so they can unload by gravity. Pressurized cars are designed to transport liquids and gases under pressure. These tanks have thicker walls and higher standards for containment of cargo. Pressurized cars always have protective housings covering the fittings on top of the tank. But some non-pressurized cars have them too, so you'll have to look for other subtle clues or memorize the DOT classification numbers to know which type each one is for sure.
Alright.
Tank cars designed for hazardous
That was a
cargo
great
are
Slayin
heavily
test.
regulated and have
Would slay again, yes, queen.
special features like reinforced ends called head shields, specialized couplings that reduce the impacts of a derailment, and pressure relief valves to minimize the chances of an explosion. I can't be totally comprehensive for this short video. If you can dream it, there's probably a freight rail car of it somewhere, but That should be all the ones you're likely to see in the wild, plus a few you'd be really lucky to spot. But passenger and freight cars aren't the only things you'll see on the tracks. Non-revenue cars are those used by railroad companies themselves. After all, building and maintaining railroads is a complicated and expensive endeavor, and it takes a lot
Okay, but
of
what if you
interesting equipment to
made
do it
more
well.
bricks?
I'll rattle some of these off, but every railroad is different in the type of equipment they use to keep things running smoothly.
Nah.
Ballast is
Oh,
the
right, I
name for
forgot
the
to-
gravel
I had to
bedding that
boot him up.
railroad ties sit on.
More bricks. You must spawn additional bricks. Expand the smeltery right now.
I put milk in it.
Where did you get that milk? We don't have the tech level for that.
What? It's called Find Cow. I don't think you need a tech level for milk. You just need a cow to exist. Or a
Yeah, we don't
goat.
have the tech level for cows to exist.
I,
Goats are right out.
I don't think that's how any of this works, actually.
It's factual.
Alright, I need to grab me some law roots. I am the law. Rune. Alright, I guess first things first, let's go get our next task. See how cringe, or not cringe it is. Oh, in the comments he said, how long does a batch of 50 bricks take? 1 hour, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute, 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour, 40 minutes, 3 hours, 40 minutes. Oh no, that's the total.
What's he gonna build with all these bricks?
Anything he wants. He's gonna build like a modern house. Our ancestors could have done this, but they were too stupid. Oh no, Talon, it's finally time. It's caught up to me. Do you know what it is?
Is it time for monkey?
Become monkey, yeah. We got
Return to monkey.
131 black demons. Alright, I think we'll do some of those, but first, elite clue.
Hope you're ready to get 3 Zenite gems through this run.
That would honestly be just such a relief. I would come.
No, no, he's gone mad.
So what is this? Elite clue? Probably mahogany then. Mahogany. It's just not okay. Elite rewards casket. It gave kind of garbage, but it gave me a master clue scroll.
What the heck? He's chaining glue scrolls. Stop him.
I do need to be stopped. Now I have to go see Sherlock. It didn't give me anything particularly good. Like, give me some money, really. Just some cash. Smith a Runite Med Helm. That is probably a drop. Because I think that like needs 90 some smithing. No, thank you.
What about Smith? It didn't you understand?
Needs 88. Yeah, I can only boost 85, 83. No, that's a long ways off even still. Dropped. Time to clean all these seeds, crappy seeds I got out of my bank.
Aw, some bonus content. We're smelting some iron. Spoilers.
What the heck?
It's okay, we didn't actually look at the smelted iron or anything.
Ash is taken out of the kiln to be used later. Oh my gosh, he's moving at incredibly high speeds! Did the ancients have this power? I did not know. Alright, I need to make some prayer potions before I do this. Oops. What if you made a nice cement brick? Just for safekeeping.
I would have so much brisk.
Or I guess it's an ash brisk. Ashen one. Good. Bum 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 bum. We've made a charcoal kiln in Minecraft before. Looked just like this. Probably better. I don't think it oozed smoke though, like Iz does. Says F this top. That brick hut looks real nice. About 250 bricks. A casual 250 brickies. What's he gonna do with all those bricks, Talon?
Don't know.
Let's decant. I decan. Alright. Back up to a comfy number for those prayer pots.
The Virgin Voyages.
What armor do I want for Scotizo? Ah. Yeah, that's right, you want magic. You think the monkeys will be shocked by how powerful I've become?
No.
No. Okay. Fair enough. Got some prayer potions. Dark totems. Got our teleparty. Boy. Need some combat pets. And then a bunch of sharks. Oh yeah, I need to cook some sharks. Interesting. Curious. Looking into this. I should not be using my Slayer hat. Why do I have my Slayer hat on? There we go.
Outspoken.
Finish him. Dead. This gave me 2 different glue scrolls. That's annoying. Now I have to go see if I can do them. 20 grimy torsos, though. That'll be good someday. Is that money? Like 71k. I didn't even have to use a prayer potion though, that's pretty epic. Alright, talk to Sherlock and... oh, that's just a hard glue scroll. Okay. Let's see if we can drop this elite. Alright, Sherlock, what do you want from me? He wants me to hand in a tier of Shazian supply armor. I think I could do that, but I don't know how? How do I get Eye of Kite? Whatever. Oh, at the Eye of Kite mine, of course. Alright, I guess I'll do that. We may not dance with any gorillas tonight. I know Talon will be disappointed in me.
You'll never get your gems like this?
My Benthic gems.
Yes.
Where? Oh. I don't know where this takes me, but it's probably good enough. Yeah. Oh, Freaky Forester. Yeah, heck yeah. Freaky Forester's like the easiest lamps of all time now.
Is the newest major cruise line to hit the market, and their soon-to-be 4 identical ships are either really well liked or criticized rather harshly by their passengers. I've personally watched their tumultuous rollout with skepticism, but also with quite a bit of intrigue, since I knew they had hired some really solid industry veterans to run the company. So I've ventured out to Miami to try out their new product and see if it's worth the money. This is my review of the Valiant Lady, and really Virgin Voyages as a whole. So, Virgin Voyages is the creation of Tom McAlpin and a Virgin Group executive named Nirmal Savarimutu. At the time, Tom was the CEO of The World, a floating condo cruise ship. But before that, he was one of the founding members of Disney Cruise Line and oversaw the creation of the Magic and Wonder. In 2011, the two men pitched the idea for a sleek new cruise line to the Virgin Group, and ultimately the company moved forward with the idea, announcing Virgin Cruises, which would later become Virgin Voyages. Once the design was finalized, 4 ships would eventually be ordered at Fincantieri, and a new terminal would be built at the port of Miami. All 4 of these new build ships would be nearly identical, with the Scarlet Lady launching first in 2020, ultimately being delayed due to the pandemic to summer 2021. Valiant Lady came next in March 2022, with the others launching in later 2023. What's interesting about the company, though, is that it's not actually owned by Virgin. In fact, Virgin's a minority stakeholder. Bain Capital, a private equity firm, actually owns the majority shares of the company. Just last summer, BlackRock, another investment corporation, bought into the company with a $550 million investment. It's unclear whose shares were diluted with that investment, but it is known that Virgin and Richard Branson are really only here for branding. Now, the company did start out in probably the worst time imaginable for the cruise industry, and it seems like Virgin Voyages is still recovering. The brand has been heavily advertising what their experience is like, positioning themselves as a cruise line for a new generation of people who would have never gone on a cruise ship in the first place, focusing mainly on the luxury and the fact that this is an adults-only cruise line. Has that worked out for them yet? I'm not sure. Their ships are built for 2,700 people across a reasonably large 110,000 ton ship. But on our sailing, there were just around 850 people on board. That's 31% of the ship's overall capacity. So Virgin has been inviting a bunch of people in the media to try out their new product, and I'm one of them. Virgin Voyages covered my cruise fare and gave me some onboard credits. They didn't pay for my flight or hotel expenses, which are around $1,500 Canadian, and they have absolutely no say in this review. In fact, I'm not even showing them this video before it goes out. So with all of that established, let's jump on board and check out the cabins first. Across Valiant Lady's 1,408 cabins, the vast majority are made of balcony cabins, or what they call sea terraces. Virgin has received a lot of criticism for these staterooms, and going into this, I was really skeptical on how these cabins would hold up over an 8-day trip. However, they certainly weren't as bad as I thought, and our space was rather comfortable over our voyage. Well, sort of. Originally, we were placed on Deck 14 aft, 3 cabins away from the very back. Deck 14 is also one below the pool deck and the galley. Now, the problems began over our first night as the bass-heavy music from the 2 decks above were causing a very noisy and prevalent vibration through our cabin. It sounded like we were living below a nightclub or something that operated 24/7. Our friends who were placed next door to us were also bothered by the consistent noise to the point where we all had trouble sleeping. Ultimately, upon bringing this to Sailor Services, the onboard customer service, they kindly moved us to a different cabin midship and the problem was fixed. Now, I know this ship is for people who want to vibe with fun music or whatever, and I get that through the daytime and even into the evening, but I guarantee you, no one is out on this deck at 2:30 in the morning. There's a consistent noise to the point where we all had trouble sleeping. Ultimately, upon bringing this to Sailor Services, the onboard customer service, they kindly moved us to a different cabin midship and the problem was fixed. Now, I know this ship is for people who want to vibe with fun music or whatever, and I get that through the daytime.
Alright, okay, ingot. No, no, no. Okay, now I have to walk all the way back across.
Time and even into the evening. But I guarantee you, no one is out on this deck at 2:30 in the morning. There's barely anyone there at 2:30 in the afternoon. I'll get to that later. Now, I have a lot more to say about the actual design of our room, the different categories, and the suite experience. So much so that I've made a separate video on it. You can find a link to that in the description below or in the top right corner. Now, one of the most positive aspects I had heard about Virgin Voyages was their food. I've seen a lot of people raving about it, with some claiming it was the best aspect of their experience. For me though, and this came as a pretty big shock, I really didn't think the food was all that special. Honestly, I was pretty let down. Now, Valiant Lady has a good deal of eateries on board. In fact, Virgin says there's over 20 places to eat. 6 of those are what is marketed as the equivalent to paid specialty restaurants on other ships. They make up the core dinner experience with culinary flavors of all types. From what I understand, unlike regular cruise ship main dining rooms where all the food is prepared at once and sort of like a big assembly line, the food is prepared for each table with quality rivaling high quality restaurants on land. In practice though, I honestly didn't find the food all that much better than a regular cruise ship main dining room. Now, that's not to say everything was lackluster. The options here are much greater with a wide variety of unique menus for each venue. Over our 8-day trip, we had a chance to try every single restaurant on board, including those 6 main dining rooms. Pink Agave with its Mexican-inspired dishes was our personal favorite on board. Everything from the guac and chips to the steak with cheese were superb. Gumbe, the Korean barbecue, was a really fun and unique concept for a ship with amazing table service and pretty good food. As was the test kitchen, which was mostly good, with an alcohol pairing that's honestly a pretty amazing deal for what you're getting. The other main dining though, it was all pretty mid to me. They weren't bad by any stance, but they just weren't all that memorable. At least to meet my admittedly pretty high expectations for the hype and the price point. Even the fancy steakhouse called The Wake had good appetizers, but a really disappointing filet mignon. In fact, we found that most of the meat on board was kind of fatty and lacking seasoning or flavor. We found ourselves picking around the chunks of fat in certain meals like the pasta from Razzle Dazzle. But this is a cruise and casual food is just as big of a deal. Now, unlike regular ships with big buffets, Virgin has decided to try something different with what's called the galley. They call it a food hall style concept where multiple stands are dotted around the space, serving up flavors of all kinds. You can find a burger stand, a diner, pastries and desserts, ramen, Mexican, paninis, and sushi. This is considered the ship's main quick service option, a mashup of multiple flavors open throughout the day, some even later into the night. But unlike a regular buffet or even quick service option, the galley is almost entirely full service, meaning a waiter has to come around and take your order from a set menu. I found this a bit strange since the galley is set up with a bunch of stands that seems like it would operate as a walk-up, grab pre-made items and go. Instead, you need to pick off what feels like a pretty limited menu, wait for someone to take your order, and bring you food. And the food you do get was, again, pretty middle of the road for me. And to make things even more confusing, we would cluelessly order something off the menu just to be informed by our waiter that it was actually something you could go up and grab yourself, such as the pastry, salads, and sushi. This was not something that was specified on the menu itself, itself, which just made the whole experience a bit confusing. Of course, this really only affects the first day or two of your trip, and once you get the hang of things, it works pretty quickly. But really, I was missing a traditional buffet, as we found the wait for service a bit disorganized and time-consuming. Instead of the freedom and flexibility of a buffet or self-service, we found ourselves waiting for food that would all come out at different times, and we would end up spending so much longer than we wanted to just sitting down waiting for quick service style food. And again, the food was just okay, though there were some standouts like the sushi, which was consistently good. Everything else there felt like regular cruise ship food to me. Honestly, at the same level, if not lower than Disney's food. But that's not the only place to eat. You do have a few other options spread around the ship, like the Sun Club Cafe serving up poke bowls, and the Dock House with some smaller Mediterranean dishes. My issue with these places is the lunch selection is much more designed to be small dishes so you can try everything. The problem is, sometimes I just want one large meal for lunch. It doesn't help that on the menu for some of these places, there's just 4 items to choose from. I could really only have so many shrimp skewers and watermelon salad for lunch 8 days in a row. There are some other eateries like the Social Club Diner, which serves up decently good pretzels and very not good hot dogs, along with somehow mediocre flavorless popcorn. For 7 different lunches, I found it pretty difficult to actually find a consistent place to eat in, which I felt both fulfilled and excited to return. Emmy basically ended up eating sushi every day as it was grab and go. It also didn't help that some of the menu items were secrets. They didn't show up on any onboard menu, and I had to search them on Google to find out what they were. I am fully willing to admit though that this experience may have been an anomaly, since a lot of people have raved about the food, and it even looks better in other people's reviews. So maybe we were just on a weird sailing where it wasn't all figured out yet, or something. Because the burgers in other people's videos look a lot better than the regular cruise ship burger I had on board and waited 15 minutes for. I will say though that there is one eatery that I was always looking forward to, and that's the pizza place. They'll make custom pies for you and they're consistently fantastic. And in the same vein, the bars on board were also all pretty great. The Sip Lounge was very elegant and kinda reminded me of the Disney Wish, while On the Rocks served as a very intimate and dark mixology bar. I even found my new favorite malt scotch there. Now, others have created much more comprehensive food and drink reviews on YouTube, so if you want to get a better idea of what's offered on board, I'll link some below. While food was a bit of a miss for me, the onboard entertainment was most certainly not. We tried to go to most of the onboard nighttime shows, and honestly, they absolutely nailed them all. The first night featured the untitled dance show party thing, and it's exactly the mood you think it is. It's weird, high energy, and I love it. It's featured in a bespoke event space called the Red Room, a dynamic venue able to be transformed into whatever the event that night requires. The dance party sets the mood for the whole voyage, while other events like Never Sleep Alone takes full advantage of the adults-only opportunity with maybe or maybe not tasteful use of vulgarity. Dual Reality has got to be one of the best cruise ship shows at sea, with a thrilling show and incredible display of visual storytelling. And this doesn't even make up the full list of entertainment. Valiant Lady also has her own resident drag queen called the Diva, who hosts a few events, including probably the most entertaining bingo at sea. She also did a really fun show called Around the World in 80 Minutes. It's hosted in the ship's dedicated nightclub called The Manor, and once the shows are over, on most nights, the space becomes a completely different vibe and turns into straight up just a nightclub. Like a real nightclub, not a cruise ship nightclub, a real one. It's genuinely one of the best designed spaces on board, and we all consistently had a ton of fun here. But the entertainment doesn't end there, as on each sailing there's one special ship-wide event called Scarlet Night. It was produced by playwright Randy Weiner, and it's kinda like Pirate Night on Disney Cruise Line, just for adults. Since the whole ship is lit by LEDs, everything becomes red with pop-up performances and music throughout the ship. It ultimately guides guests to the top pool deck, where a final epic performance is held, followed by an insane pool party. But that's just the nighttime entertainment. While there maybe isn't as much to do for midday programming, Virgin has also excelled with daytime events. Trivia is super energetic, and there are a myriad of really high quality themed fitness classes, though ticketed events like the latter do sell out quickly. Live music is also hosted throughout the voyage at all times of the day, from formal blues in On the Rocks to an informal live performance at the Dockhouse. Virgin absolutely knocked this out of the park, and it was very clear that they made this experience a priority and hired the very best in the industry to take risks, try new things, and create a fun atmosphere. While I have heard reports that entertainment has recently been cut back on, what we personally experienced on board was great. Overall, the entertainment is sensational. It's damn near perfect, which is honestly something I didn't think was possible in the modern cruise industry. While the Red Room and the Manor are beautifully and cleverly designed spaces, I can't say the same for the rest of the ship. In fact, while the entertainment may be my favorite aspect of the experience, the ship itself might be my least favorite. From the exterior, Valiant Lady features a bunch of new cruise ship design trends, like a parabolic bow and a skinny superstructure at the aft to allow for an extended rear promenade deck. The forward superstructure extends all the way to the tip of the bow. However, puzzlingly, the ship has no public forward-facing views. Like, at all. See all of those balcony-like dividers at the front? Yeah, those aren't balconies. It's all crew-only access space. Same with what looks like to be a walk-around promenade deck on what would be Deck 8. Nope, also crew-only. Up on top, there's Richard's rooftop, the suite's only sun deck. But all of the forward-facing glass here is heavily tinted to prevent you from seeing through to give privacy to the suites below. But even those suites, which are the only area to truly see forward, are also somewhat obstructed since the veranda is recessed back from the edge. The whole thing is really strange, and unfortunately this is a running theme aboard Virgin Voyages. On board, you feel so disconnected from the ocean. At Richard's rooftop, the whole thing is surrounded by double high railings with heavily tinted glass. It's extremely weird that this was the case. Like for instance, we were sitting with some friends having a drink during sunset while we were at sea, and this was our view. We're on a ship, I don't understand, I want to see the ocean. This same design can also be found on the promenade deck, which more than half the space is crowded with lifeboats. Most new cruise ships like Norwegian Prima and even MSC Seaside have adopted this boardwalk style as well. However, they've placed theirs above the lifeboats. It gives a ton more room to utilize this space. Virgin, however, does not take advantage of this, and as a result has a medium-sized sun deck that's surrounded by this double-high tinted glass and has the rest of the promenade deck populated by the lifeboats. It almost looks like a cargo ship the rest of the way, and it's a shame because they have these really nice vintage-looking lounge chairs here. Except, of course, they have a terrible view, and they have an unpleasant exhaust vent right above them. Even my favorite place on board, the dock, uses its space in questionable ways. It mercifully does not have the double high railings, but it does have two structures on each side of the space. Throughout my entire voyage, neither of these pavilions were being used, and even if they were, why weren't they placed on the interior of the space and not blocking the majority of the port and starboard ocean views? It's just a very puzzling design. Up on the top decks, fitness and exercise is the primary focus. The ship has two main pools, one with really comfortable loungers surrounding it, and the other looking like a massive hot tub, except it isn't. That pool area is flanked on either end by two gyms. It sort of eliminates the ocean views from the pool area, but the design is pretty interesting and kind of fresh. Now, the ship can hold 2,700 people, and with only 2 small pools and 4 public hot tubs, the sea days can get a little packed. The themes of fitness also extends to the decks above, with nearly the entire aft portion dedicated to it. There's a small basketball court, adult seesaws, exercise equipment, and fun lounge chairs. On the other side, there are private cabanas which you can rent out. They're priced between $350 and $500 a day, but they're also located pretty far from the pool. We didn't see a single person use them the entire voyage, and it's a shame they took up so much real estate. At the very back, there's the net, a neat suspended catamaran-style net perched slightly over the back of the ship. It looks directly down nearly 10 decks in some areas, and it's a pretty neat gimmick for sure. Around it are a bunch of lounge chairs with a bar. We sat here maybe twice, and it's nice that another 2 hot tubs are over here, but with the ship less than a year old, the loungers were already extremely dirty. This is also where they blast music to like a maximum of 10 people here during the day, and this is what caused the issues for our cabin 2 decks below. But speaking of those hot tubs, they don't even really feel like they belong here. They kind of look like they were just put here arbitrarily and not designed to be here. In fact, I feel like Virgin is very much lacking some nice infinity pools and hot tubs. Basically, all modern luxury ships are implementing these on their decks. I mean, even Carnival is. I wish this whole area would have been some fancy infinity pool area rather than a somewhat underutilized lounging space. But Valiant Lady does have something others don't, and that's a dedicated running track perched on the highest deck. And to be fair, it's a fantastic place to run. It's also one of the only places on board to get a truly unobstructed ocean view. I really like this design, and close by are some fun water buckets to cool yourself off with. Finally, slightly above that is the Perch, a quiet sun deck which is used for yoga in the morning. Really, in my opinion, this should have been the location for Richard's rooftop, since it actually has good ocean views. Now, moving inside, the design is sort of a hit or miss for me. Virgin contracted a few different interior designers to dream up the inside of the ship. So many of the individual venues were crafted by several different designers, and all of them are pretty solid. It's modern and tasteful in most parts, nothing insanely beautiful or anything, but it all does look pretty good. They're also all on the smaller side to allow a more intimate feeling and to give you the impression you're on a smaller ship than you actually are. I really love that, but it's everywhere else that sort of misses it with me. From what I understand, design firm Concrete Amsterdam was tasked with bringing all of these individual spaces together. Now, I mentioned in my separate room review video that the ship feels like a W hotel to me, with its overall minimalist design and bold colors. It makes sense too, as Concrete Amsterdam has worked on W hotels in the past, but the common areas within Virgin's ships just feel a bit bland to me. I understand that's in part the aesthetic that they're going for here, but when each elevator lobby looks the same with the gray walls leading you in different directions, it's difficult to orient yourself. It doesn't help that there's no signs immediately around you, as well as no deck plans. Even the stairs kinda look outdated. It was described to me that they look like they're from a ferry, and I completely see that. Spaces as essential to the experience as even the lobby just feel a bit bland. With that said, it's obviously not all that bad. I love the fact that there are some live plants everywhere on board, and the lighting is super fun and dynamic. The elevators are also always a fun ride, and the Deck 5 spa is really well appointed. That whole space feels very upscale and well thought out, even if it is an extra charge. But if you're only looking for stuff that's free on board, the ship has a few great complimentary venues to use, like the Groupie, a group karaoke room, plus a full arcade with free-to-play games. Basic Wi-Fi and soft drinks like Coke are included as well, which is a nice premium perk. I will say that while some of the seating on board is infuriatingly uncomfortable, there are other places like the large couches on the promenade and the day beds at the dock that are supremely comfortable. I was looking forward to waking up every morning to go down to the dock, have a glass of green juice at an extra charge, and lay on the beds to do some work. Overall though, I'm just not a huge fan about how everything feels so gray and a bit lifeless in places. I know it's their second ship, and I suppose I wouldn't have such an issue with it if they hadn't committed to this design for their entire future fleet. This is how Virgin Voyages is going to be for likely the next decade, and I find it weird that they ordered all of these ships before it was even tested by consumers. Virgin has also structured their ship experience much like all modern cruise lines, with the assistance of a mobile app. This was the single most aggravating aspect of our entire voyage. It continues to blow my mind that Virgin has still not fixed their mobile app yet, especially since it's such a fundamental part of the experience. Despite the company sailing into their third year of revenue operations, the app is still a glitchy mess. Some that we talked to had less issues than others. I somehow seemingly had every problem. The app would sometimes crash. Sometimes it would open with a permanent white screen. On the first day, it was consistently showing wrong information and the orientation would be locked in place. And halfway through a cruise, after we had switched cabins, I was just unable to check my onboard credit balance for the remainder of the voyage, which I would say is kind of a fundamental feature of the app. I even went down to guest services, confirmed with them that it wasn't working, and was told that someone from their IT department would contact me, which never happened. Apart from the myriad of actual stability issues, the usability and overall user interface is also really not great. The app is just so extremely unintuitive and difficult when doing things as simple as booking events and dining. It took us an hour just to book and sort out all of our restaurant reservations. We had to write everything on a little sticky note on the side. There's like 30 other examples I can give you, but the stuff that really annoyed me were things that should be here, but just aren't. Like, there's no in-app deck plans, and when you tap on the icon to show you them, it directs you to a PDF on a web browser. The ship has 20 restaurants and lists all of them on the app, but only a select few have a menu you can actually view. Others just inexplicably don't. They also list times in which they're open, but some contradict the times that they're open on the same page. I even tried out Ship Eats, their onboard delivery service, which actually worked pretty well. And it should, since you are charged $5 to use it. But despite me selecting items in the app like gummy bears, I received the food without them, which is kind of annoying since you are paying money for the delivery. For a cruise line that basically requires you to use the app to get the most out of your experience, the actual use of it is so cumbersome, and I really hope they fix this. But okay, let's talk about pricing. Our voyage for an 8-day Eastern Caribbean sailing for 2 people would have cost $4,168 USD, or $5,545 Canadian. Technically, that is a discounted rate from a promotion, but who knows if it would actually have been that much more. Still, that's pretty expensive, and while it is 8 nights, the itinerary is just okay. The best part for me was St. Croix and Bimini. While Virgin doesn't have their own private island, they do have a leasing agreement with Resorts World Casino on Bimini for their own private beach club, which was very impressive. If you're looking for cheaper options for an 8-night, for 2 people on the cheapest itinerary of the year, an inside cabin is honestly a fair $2,700, with an ocean view starting at $2,800, and a sea terrace makes the jump to around $3,200. Rockstar quarters take an even bigger leap, starting somewhere in the $7,800 range and climbing to $30,000 for the big suites, which is honestly a terrible value. Now, for the shorter cruises, like the 4-day, a Sea Terrace is a much more doable $1,800. Now, to compare with another premium cruise line like Celebrity on their newest ships, a 7-night voyage on the brand new Celebrity Beyond in their veranda cabin would cost somewhere around $2,700. Now, this isn't exactly apples to apples, as Virgin is adults only and does some stuff better like entertainment. But again, Virgin does classify themselves as a premium cruise line with elevated and luxury touches. In practice, I think Celebrity outclasses Virgin in that department. Plus, at a cheaper base price, it's hard to justify the higher prices for Virgin. At the end of the day though, my view of Virgin Voyages is actually very positive. But it's not for the reasons you may think. Throughout this whole video, I've pointed out the many missteps I think they've taken thus far. But at the end of our voyage, and looking back on it today, I really kind of do miss it. Not for the ship, or the food, or even the entertainment. I miss it because of the experience and the people it allowed me to meet along the way. I never expected this, but Virgin Voyages has attracted some of the nicest, most fun people of all ages I have ever met on a cruise. Everyone is happy to be there and talk to you and just have fun. Partying with people at the manor was a chaotic, extremely fun time, and the more people you meet, the more of a community of friends you would build throughout your voyage. You're encouraged to be yourself, and I found everyone to be warm and accepting of others. It was genuinely really touching to see. And it's not just the passengers, it's the crew too. Virgin allows the crew to actually be humans, letting them check their phones, socialize with others, and just be people. It's known that they're treated better on board and paid more, which is something the cruise industry absolutely needs to adopt. For the most part, everyone is always in a great mood and willing to help you with whatever you need. I think this cruise line, more than others, has cultivated a unique and chill subset of cruise passengers, and for that reason alone, I think this is something really special. But then, I believe this product only works if you're going in with the same mindset.
Salamanders?
If you're going into this with the attitude that you want to have a relaxing, quiet vacation,
Are you
step
playing
out on all the parties,
Tears of the
then
Kingdom?
you're simply not getting your money's worth. I think if you can snag
could
a
PK
6
me
to
at any
8 night
moment.
voyage for under $3,000, then you'll come out of this pretty happy. I don't think it lives up to the level of premium
Look,
that
the
is
clue
a set
scroll
standard by Celebrity.
made me
But I also
said
totally
like,
see
oh, use a salamander. So I was like, oh, okay, take a minute, catch a salamander. Then I was like, oh, I'm pretty close to 74 hunter. Salamanders are pretty good XP. Let's just finish this off. Because then I can start making my magic bird houses and catch some magic birds. Who doesn't like magic birds?
You're a magic bird.
I'm not sure I'm a bird. I am a popoto.
the unique value in entertainment and atmosphere. I am though really sad that Virgin has locked themselves into the ship design for their entire fleet. I'm also worried on how Virgin is going to scale and work operationally, since the word is 2,700 people on board these ships is a tight squeeze. On our voyage, with just 800 people or so, restaurants and events were booked up quickly. On sea days, those 2 small pools and the loungers around them started looking even smaller. I can't imagine another 2,000 people on top of that, all on board. And reports indicate management is stressed once the ship goes past 1,500 people. I'll link a video about that in more detail in the description. Regardless of all of that, I really am excited to see where they go after this. If Virgin builds out a luxury product more akin to Celebrity ships, along with the experience that they deliver now, I think they are set for a great future. But if or when that will actually happen, well, Who knows? So let's give this an actual score. I call my scoring system Jake's Is It Any Good score, and it's based on 5 different categories, all out of 10 for a possible perfect score of 50 out of 50. I'll start with the staterooms. They're comfortable with some luxury features, but overall pretty small for the price category, and have a design concept that is more cumbersome than useful. For me, it's a 5 out of 10. Food should have been the strong category here from everything I had heard. From the slightly above average main dishes to the okay breakfast and lunch offerings, it's a 6 out of 10. The ship itself is another letdown, with some great indoor venues that are really solid, but a rather bland series of common areas and an outdoor deck that seems to try its hardest to disrupt your view of the ocean. It's a 5 out of 10. The experience is where Virgin shines. While the app is god-awful, it is something that can be fixed rather easily, and the entertainment and overall vibe far outshadow it on how great it is. It's a 9 out of 10. Nearly perfect for what type of product this is, only taken back by the app and how you're almost required to be on your phone the whole time. Finally, there's value. It's not that far off from Celebrity's pricing, but it's also not as good of a shipboard luxury experience. Virgin calls this a super yacht-like experience, and I just don't see it that way. Though you are getting something truly unique, and if the higher prices justify a better pay for the crew and a really great set of passengers to mingle with, then it helps the sticker shock. That's a 7 out of 10, giving Valiant Lady and Virgin Voyages as it stands now a total score of 32 out of 50. So those are my thoughts on Virgin Voyages. There's a lot to love and a lot to feel meh about. And it makes sense why. It's a first-time cruise company entering an industry which is ultra competitive and recovering from a massive turndown. I am really excited to see where the company goes from here, and I hope they make it through this tough time. But what do you think? Have you been on a Virgin cruise before? And if so, do you agree with me? Not everyone has had the same experience as me, so I really am curious to see what you think about the product and if you think it's worth the money. If you enjoyed this video and this deep look into leisure experiences around the world, please subscribe to the channel for new videos.
So are you moving, Josh? Because this here is a moving blanket.
Oh,
I mean, are we packing something up here? Oh, it's the wheel of the worst.
It has tortured us for years, randomly selecting terrible videos that are painful to watch, leaving only the most disturbing nightmares and scarring the mind for life. Many have tried to destroy it, but true evil never dies. It is only reborn.
It's now time to spin the wheel of the worst.
It's now time
I mean, misfortune!
the wheel of the worst.
So Jay and Rich have stacked the wheel of the worst with probably worsts.
that's my guess.
Lots of worsts. So many terrible videos, but we don't know what they are.
No, we don't have to find out.
But usually we do kind of see what's on the wheel first and we talk about it, but this is, I have no idea.
Should we spin it first, or should we?
Oh, that's probably a good. We're watching Blue Moving Blanket.
Yay, blanket!
Anyways, let's see what's under the blankets on the wheel of misfortune.
Oh no.
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 No. Oh God, no.
Oh, is that a rubber band on his crotch?
Yes.
Oh no.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Christmas with Dennis. Oh no. Okay, Josh, tell us about our first video.
Okay, starting with the thing about money. Earn it, save it, spend it, share it. Aid Association for Lutherans.
Lutherans don't have any cash. Everybody knows that.
This girl got a blossom hat.
Yeah. Well, I don't want these white teens telling me about cash. Let's move on.
Uh-huh.
Oh, don't let AIDS catch you.
Oh. Oh.
Well, I suppose it's going to be kind of talking to, it looks like it's aimed at youths.
That's true.
Talking to teens about AIDS.
It's got like a wacky kind of design with the tear. Oh,
that
that's
is a
very punk rock.
90s tear.
That's true.
But nothing wrong with a little information.
Sure.
Unless it's bad information.
Yeah, I don't want to think about this anymore because it's kind of bumming me out. Let's move on to Christmas with Dennis.
Dennis, he looks like, is he a, oh, I thought he was an amputee.
Oh.
Like it looks, you know, like when someone doesn't have the lower half of their body. That's what I thought it was, but he is sitting.
He's got his hands on his knees there in front of his in front of him, I think.
I thought Dennis had a really bad Christmas one year.
Oh. But no, he's got a great Christmas this year. Look, he's gotten is that either a keyboard or an accordion under the tree and a train set and
his sweater and his bow tie and his ruffles.
Got the ruffled shirts.
I'm feeling some music, maybe some Christmas music. Probably some Christmas music.
Probably some Christmas music. I'm really excited we're going to listen to some Christmas music.
Although
here.
maybe not. It could just be Christmas time and he's just like, let's play some polka hits or something, you know.
Oh, and then it's just straight into the beer barrel polka with a tree behind them?
He segues into the blues and there's nothing Christmassy about it.
Well, Christmas gives me the blues.
And then at the end he kills himself on camera, and this is the only copy. Because his grieving widow gave it to Goodwill.
Oh, yeah.
He made a case and everything.
They really went all out.
Dennis left me this tape. I should. Oh my God! Allies in transition. How to prepare for a peaceful death.
Oh God!
Following Christmas with Dennis. Producer Margie Finchman, registered nurse. Copyright 2003.
Boy, I'm glad I bought some whiskey.
74 Hunter.
I was having just a fine week, and then all of a sudden, here's all this disease and death. And exercise.
Yay!
Exercise can beat arthritis.
That sounds like a lie.
Easy to follow exercises that help reduce arthritis pain, increase range of motion, strengthen muscles and joints, increase energy, and reduce fatigue.
Elderly workout tapes.
Yeah.
Always get me excited.
It's true.
And I guess it's not technically a lie. It's exercise can beat arthritis, not exercise will beat arthritis.
I mean, it can certainly help.
These folks need to watch this.
Oh.
They will be transitioning very soon.
Depending on when this video was made, they may have already.
Maybe during the video.
No.
They were transitioning.
Just
But
like
we'll
Dennis.
make all those old people jokes.
Of course we
real
will.
soon.
That's what they tune in for.
Oh. Survival Guide for Adults. Gosh, that really looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh.
Like when he's out on Mars.
Oh, yeah. I can kind of see that. Otherwise, I was
his
thinking...
eyeballs start coming out of his head. Help, my teenager is driving me. My teenager is, crazy. I didn't even see that font.
I know. It's really incredibly badly designed. Oh.
Did you get your test results? Yeah, I couldn't read that font.
No, it's extremely badly done.
Black sound.
I think that
Nothing
that it's Christian.
Is the word ministries going to be on the back of this tape?
Yes, I'll take those odds.
The Christian Marriage Enrichment Center.
Close enough.
Well, I certainly hope we don't land on that.
That'll be terrible. But will it be as terrible as the magic video?
Now, my question is this a video about magic or is the video magic?
Ooh.
Because it is oddly titled The Magic Video.
That's true.
Will this, when we put this video in the player, will it come to life and will magic start happening?
I don't think so. My logic being, you've seen the Muppet movie?
I have, yes.
Is that movie a Muppet?
That's a fair point. It could be about magically turning yourself younger.
It could be.
Or that's his child or his younger brother.
Or maybe they swap
Kill the King
personalities.
Black Dragon. I guess I could do this.
Isn't King Dragon a Pro ZD character?
I think he existed in RuneScape long before ProZD existed in the world. That's okay. That part's not true. He's just, I exist in the world.
The heck is Pro ZD?
Ziggity it.
No, not to that.
Okay. How much HP does KBD have? Oh, is he even a boss? Barely. I guess I should use a super restore instead. Maybe I should use these instead. Or my risk. 'Cause I do have to walk through the wildie. I guess let's make a few more. I make a burning amulet? Topaz. Let's grab some shirks. Yeah, that should be good. Oh, almost forgot my anti-dragon shield. King Black Dragon sends his regards. King Black Dragon, more like King Black Dragon these balls across his face, because he kind of sucks. Does he even drop? Does he drop anything cool? He does. I want it. The kills are pretty slow, but I think he can drop the dragon pickaxe. Yeah, 1 out of 1,000. That ain't great. I guess I could stick around for another kill. Why not? Why shouldn't I kill him again? I forgot to drink my range potion. That would help. Alright, one more hit and he is down again. Nothing too good there. Alright. That's another thing we can do sometime. And that's the Elite Clue Scroll dealt with. We were able to finish it. What do we get? Trash? I guess purple sweets aren't trash. And money isn't trash. I guess it's fine. Talon's trash, though.
Incorrect.
I need like more inventory space. Okay. Might be time to buy something. Okay, Otto's Grotto.
What's next?
Shape Up America, it's back, everybody.
Oh.
The elderly parents of now elderly celebrities.
Oh, yeah.
Exercise.
Wow. Energy and Me with Billy B and P or DLT? Award-winning star, children's video, 1995, ages 3.9 at the Band-Aid.
That's the title?
Almost. Be cool, play it safe. A children's safety video. Kids have fun learning to take responsibility for their own safety. So this is for parents to teach your kids how to stop bugging you.
Okay, yeah.
I like it.
This looks like an action movie. What is this? What is this?
Oh.
Oh, Strong Against Crime. Protect your family. Is that?
It's Lee Marvin.
Yeah, this really. Maybe that's the hook.
I think
you know,
I
looks
actually.
like. What's that movie?
do this.
It's like Schwarzenegger
Maybe.
and.
If I can do this, this is surprising. Heraldric Shield. I think I have that though. Heraldric Kite Shield. Wild. Pure and forever free. Mystic Robe top. I think it's in here. Mystic Robes, dark. No. It is not in here, but I do have it. Oh dear, which teleport is the agility pyramid? This one. Yeah, I guess right. It is at the top of the pyramid.
Lucy?
The Last Action Hero?
No.
No. Sorry.
What's the, like, the Russian one?
Red Heat.
Yes. Is it that Red Heat?
Yeah.
That box. It's like half lit, like
Yeah.
the same font. It must have come out around the same time. Protect your home, or is he invading it? I don't know.
I don't know. It could go either way. I suppose we'll find out, or maybe we won't.
Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll never know.
Charlotte Diamond. Diamonds and Dragons. The fuck is this? Fuck is it? It's just a lady. 10 favorite songs for the whole family from Charlotte's award-winning recordings.
I can barely stand anymore.
Jesus Christ.
All right, let's see what film we watch first. Here we go. I'm gonna give this a good spin.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm hoping for, but we'll find out what we get in just a minute. Here we go.
Uh-oh. Oh boy.
Oh, I'm starting at a different spot.
I don't know.
guess that's illegal, but I don't care. Oh God. Uh-oh.
Oh, it's time for some numbers.
You got what you wanted.
I guess.
You were excited about this
I'm
one.
not that excited.
Energy and Me with Billy B.
And Pult.
PLT.
Okay, let's go get some energy. I could use some.
A puff of gas develops mass. The bigger it gets, the more it attracts. Then the clump starts to collapse.
That hit of death metal just made its way in there.
He's talking about how a star ends. But I'm not learning anything.
No!
Because you can't understand what the fuck he's saying.
I learned to throw up on the mountains.
First I thought they were supposed to be like plants growing.
They were, but now there's
But now they're talking about fucking supernovas?
all sorts of shit going on here.
The dancers are getting smaller in number, too.
That's true.
They're leaving the production.
Yeah. See, now he's got the guitar.
What are you saying?
Energy is good, Rich.
What am I learning, you jackass?
Energy is a thing you use.
It's potential or kinetic.
This guy's a piece of shit.
It is the energy. It is the sun. It is our starry.
What is this? Who stole this melody? Oh, fiesta.
Oh, it's La Isla Bonita.
La Isla Bonita.
Jesus Christ.
You fucking thief!
Oh my. So much energy.
What?
Oh, it's Christmas with Dennis.
You know, for the joke, I just wanted to fall over with no energy, but no, I can't. Not for Christmas with Dennis.
No. It's not worth it.
Oh no.
Yeah! Dennis is on that organ, baby.
It's like Wayne Newton meets Jerry Lewis?
Yeah. Oh, Rudolph will show up later. Uh-huh.
Ooh, in-camera editing.
Ralph.
Oh, good. Ralph's showing up.
Hey!
Hey!
All right.
This feels fake.
What's real anymore, Jay?
Welcome and happy holidays from my home to yours. During this wonderful season, we generally remember some of the Christmases from days gone by. But in our hearts, we're always home for the holidays.
Yeah! Right into it!
He's a professional.
Oh, yeah! Ooh.
We don't need the sexy looks.
We're getting them.
We don't need him in the video.
We're getting all of them, baby. Whole lot of Dennis.
That should have been the title of the video.
He's making love to that organ, and he's letting us know it, and it's not Christmas appropriate.
Well, Rich, we're living in a post-Christmas with Dennis world.
There's some things you'll always remember where you were.
Yeah.
When you got the news. JFK being assassinated, 9/11, and Christmas with Dennis.
Oh my God, that's so horrible. I didn't realize you were alive when Kennedy was assassinated. You're so old.
I'm gonna spin the wheel now.
All right.
All right. Oh, my back. All right, we're gonna talk about the monies.
The thing about money. What is the thing about money? Hopefully the video will tell us.
Okay.
Earn it, save it, spend it, share it.
But you know, that's why we're here. That's what the thing about money is all about. We're going to talk about the money facts of life.
You got that? Sure you do. But really, I mean, we spend a ton of money every year. Did you know that?
Yeah, right. Kids just like you and me spend 93 billion bucks on CDs, Walkmans.
How rich are you? Who are your friends?
Yeah, and that's a lot of lunch money. So, are you ready to rock and get money-wise?
I'm ready. Let's go for it.
What the fuck?
Cool!
Cool! Yeah! Wow!
Oh God, It's so cold.
He's staring at crazy ass white people.
It's very quiet right now.
Oh yeah.
A thunderstorm may break out at any moment, but we're gonna power through because we're professionals.
Right.
Professionals that watch things like Christmas with Dennis.
We are professional entertainers, much like Dennis.
Much like Dennis and much like Jacqueline Stallone.
And
We are professional, not entertainers.
Wow.
That's pretty good.
That's good.
That's very apt.
Well, Jay, why are there 4 tapes out here?
Because we were concerned that one tape might suck. So we did an extra spin.
Oh no, it's slowing down, it's slowing down. I think it's gonna land in Shape of America.
We did it. And we really wanted to watch Shape Up America because it's been on the wheel before.
But we had to sit through some shit. It was a musical night.
Yes.
It was a very musical episode.
Indeed it was. Unexpectedly at certain points.
Yeah, this obviously wasn't planned. It's the wheel, it's random. But yeah, all of these had a musical component. Less so the Shape Up America, but definitely the first 3.
Light and heat comes, it's absorbed and dispersed.
I thought this was the prequel to Midsummer.
I hope this ends like Midsummer.
I don't know. These people look like they have too much agency.
But our first tape was Billy B and PLT, Energy and Me. Josh, although you may want to peel off, we got to read the back of this and find out what the fuck the point of this video was.
Yeah, what the actual plan for this video was. Now, we didn't even look at the back initially. We would have seen Energy and Me music and dance video, complete running time, approximately 75 minutes.
Oh, I thought you were going to say 75 hours. That's what it felt like.
Here's the fucking thing. They actually have each video broken out by time on the back of this. And seriously, 4, 3, 3, 2, 3, 6, 6, 40!
That was longer than 40, that segment. That was like an hour.
I have a question though, real quick.
Yeah.
When this tape was manufactured,
yes,
was this sticky Velcro substance on it?
I don't believe so. I believe we did this.
Yeah, but
in order to stick it to the wheel.
Whoever put it on the wheel added the sticky substance and didn't see the 75-minute runtime.
Do you know what was a long video, Mike? Shoji Tabuchi.
You know what was a long video? It was Christmas with Dennis.
Take so much. I hate these musical tapes. 2 in a row was torture.
I know, well...
But okay, my question is, what does the back of the box say the tape is supposed to be?
It's like 5 or 6 music videos, and every music video looks fucking identical to the music video that came before and after it.
They just shot in the same location.
Until fall happens.
Yes, there's a division of 3 and 2. The first 3 videos are with the older kids. There's more complex dancing. The songs are terrible. Then the last 2, it's become fall. There are less and younger kids, and the songs are terrible.
Their songs are worse.
There's still a samey feel between all of them, though, because they're doing dances that look similar enough. And they're all wearing brightly colored shirts in every single video.
There's theme, there's
in
style.
the woods in every single video. What?
Oh, it's New Jack Swing, everybody.
In my hand I hold a pencil, I write.
You couldn't go to a new location?
They got like 5 locations. They're just going back through.
Every
no, yeah, every video needs to be its own thing.
Yeah.
This is all the same shit.
No.
You fucker.
No.
Fuck you and your blue polo.
Well, I think a very important thing to mention is that it started off as like an edutainment kind of thing, where he's singing lyrics about like solar energy and photosynthesis, and he's talking about the water cycle. but you can't understand what he's saying. So it's almost like the dancing part is bad, the music's bad, and you can't understand the educational content.
Here's the thing: in like a well-made children's video, you would have characters that would explain these things.
Oh yeah.
And then, well, the energy cycle is this and this and that. And even though that's kind of boring, the music would come in just to reinforce that.
Yeah.
But you don't teach the science with just the lyrics.
Well, this doesn't do that either. It just acknowledges that these things exist.
Get successful, what your cause is, if you know your resources, that you will be doable, not be doable, what it costs, and is it doable?
I'm getting no information.
Yeah, this isn't informative but it's not teaching you anything about him through the lyrics.
That's true. It's just a list of facts.
Yeah. But
that are
but the
lyrics.
bigger issue is you start the video and you think it is okay. This is meant for children to teach them about these things in a singing and dancing kind of way. But that's the first. There's like 4 or 5 songs, and then the next hour is showing you the dance moves, and so I guess that is the purpose of the video.
Now, if you have all those sections together, you're ready to move on. If you don't, rewind. But otherwise, take it from the top.
Don't show it.
No, there.
No, we don't need this.
You can see the whole thing again.
No.
All 17 verses.
No. Nobody's gonna do your dance.
Well,
no, that is the padding of the video because otherwise the video only would have been 10 minutes long and they have to charge full price for it.
Well, this man is despicable. he is.
Whoops. Gotta get the right freaking things.
He is a talentless hack, and he's awful.
Well, we have to point out, we've seen him before. This isn't our first Billy B rodeo.
No.
So talking about worm poop might sound rude, but worm poop is important plant food.
Ew.
This guy sucks.
I miss Mary. I miss Mary Applehoff.
Mary Applehoff and her worms. I never thought I'd miss them. But
Yeah,
here
Billy
we are.
B, I mean, I'll give him one credit here. He did have a pretty good rap solo.
In my hand I hold a pencil. I write these words with this utensil. It's made of
I'm tired.
Bed night, go.
See ya.
It wasn't embarrassing either. It's like if Ned Flanders.
Pat's gone now. We can
were
play
dancing.
5 games of Minecraft.
What did we say he looked like?
Harry Anderson.
Harry Anderson. He looked like Harry Anderson in certain spots. He looked like Paul Reiser sometimes, and then sometimes he looked like B. Arthur. Because he aged like 100 years in between seasons.
So did the kids.
Yeah,
The kids
yeah.
got older.
Those adult kids. That was shot after the fact. They started as tiny children.
More kids were disappearing than Willy Wonka's factory.
All I know is that during all that rehearsal footage or all that teaching you to dance footage, the cameraman, his mind was elsewhere. He was only interested in one particular dancer because he kept focusing on her.
That camera is focused.
Yes, yeah.
And I don't know if she's the best dancer or there's something else going on there.
There's something going on there.
All I know is the cops need to watch this video because they could find a lot of missing children.
There's no foul play going on. Those children are just ashamed to have been in the video,
Yeah.
and they're keeping a low profile.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Oh, they live out there.
They're glad they were wearing sunglasses.
Yeah. No, I thought that you were going to find Billy B out there.
Oh, just hanging from a tree?
Yeah.
Just swinging.
Just swinging.
Yeah. Oh, here comes the rain.
Again.
That's Billy B. His spirit is telling us to shut up and move on.
It's the water cycle, Jay.
It's the water cycle, yeah.
We learned all about it.
Come on, move that thing, move.
I don't know if I could do it. I don't know if I could do it, guys.
It depends on how much longer this video goes.
What if you had energy in
Play
me?
the song again, man. Is he trying to create like a hit song
Strange.
by like nailing it in your head?
I don't know.
And this will get his band back together from the 60s. The guys are gonna see this song. It's gonna be on the radio.
Credits?
Really? I'll accept this. No! No!
We can't do it! We can't do it again!
No! No!
We can't.
It's like a horror movie when like you think the killer's dead, and it's like quiet for a moment, and then they walk up on the body, and then it pops back up.
At one point he's doing like this.
Popeye kind of thing.
There's a dance move that's just an air guitar too.
Yeah.
No, it's he's doing the Who thing. He's doing the.
No.
Yeah.
he wasn't
Oh
doing
yeah,
that.
yeah.
He was just.
Oh, the mist will rise and fill the skies and rain will fall again. Water cycle evaporation.
It was a full swing.
Cut to the
it looked like an
footage.
air guitar. This is going to be a Tums Festival moment, my friend.
All right.
He's doing
Doing the full windmill?
Yeah, he was.
I didn't see it.
And then it moved into like more of a just a rotational thing. But at first it was an air guitar, Pete Townsend, full on like Who swing, and then it moved on. It happened 75 times. How did you not see it?
Apparently I missed every fucking time.
There's no guitar anywhere in any of these musical numbers.
Yeah, there is.
Is there?
For a brief moment.
Wow.
That guitar, it's on the front.
They're playing.
Oh,
yeah.
that's right.
Yeah, he plays guitar in it, and he does it. He does.
He does play the guitar in the Worm Mania video too, I believe.
This man has many talents.
He plays guitar.
Music and singing and education is not any of them.
Maybe someday we'll learn what they are.
He has one singular talent: sucking.
He's very good at embarrassing himself. He really is. Let's move on.
Oh, God.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I'm in the Christmas spirit already. A couple months away, but Dennis, he brought it out of us.
I'm in the Dennis spirit.
The Dennis spirit? Yeah.
He is translucent. like half the time.
Christmas with Dennis. Rich? I don't even know if it matters.
Okay, Christmas with Dennis is like a lounge singer video from out of time.
I thought you were going to say from outer space.
Oh no, it is very grounded.
It's a lounge singer video from out of time and outer space.
Sure.
He's
at somebody's house. We don't know if it's his. There's a family tied up in the corner, just out of frame.
This should just be called Christmas Nightmare. I just pictured that on there.
Well, the cover reminded me of something you'd like see on the internet, like cursed images.
Oh, because this looks like he doesn't have legs.
Yeah.
This is the one where it looks like he has no legs.
And it's just poorly lit Polaroid of a Christmas tree. I mean, he's the love child of Liberace and Jerry Lewis.
And Wayne Newton.
And Dennis Rader.
Dennis Rader. and he's got his bling, and he's got his
sequins jacket.
He's got his sequins jacket. He's got his organ, and he's got a shitload of fucking dissolve.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this video is amazing. Even though well, there was that stretch.
When he does like the somber
church
Christmas
music,
songs,
yeah.
we all wanted to go to sleep.
Yeah, with no beat. Jesus.
I'm serious.
Like this is just made for little
Supercuts,
of him.
Well, anytime he stares at the camera so much while he plays,
He's trying to get the like,
yeah, he's doing like the hey, but I don't know, with Christmas music, it comes across as awkward.
Well, it was very interesting because he's definitely talented as an organist, but he's completely out of his time period. He seems like he should be a 50s, 60s.
Yeah.
Well, he probably, the video was made in the 80s. He's in like his 40s.
Yeah.
He probably grew up with that kind of lounge singer.
Idolizing that kind of
thing.
Yeah, this doesn't have like a self-aware kind of kitschy quality. That's just him.
Well, it was made in '88, and I think he plays to the older crowd. He might be slightly aware that his style is hammy. Maybe elderly people in 1988 were buying this because it reminded them.
Nobody was buying this. This is the only copy. What are you talking about?
It's possible. I don't know.
It's a dated double dip. I mean, it looks dated to us because it's old. It's from the 80s. Sure. And it was looked dated in the 80s because he looks like something straight out of the 50s.
Style, okay, yeah.
And his voice, his personality, the way he speaks, he sounds like he's a character in like a movie.
It's like he's a Martin Short character.
Yeah.
In the song Frosty the Snowman, the lyrics say there must have been some magic in that old silk hat they found.
It seems like he genuinely enjoys doing this sort of thing and being a performer, and he doesn't seem to be aware of how bad it is.
I'm gonna say, if anything, he's a little too cocky. Because when he's playing, he's just like, look at me. He's very loose with the fingers.
Yeah, that also reminded me of Liberace too, like a very like the glissandi, like the back and forth slide. Just all sorts of just like bling bling, just like
and that drum
not
machine,
not sticking closely to the melody at all.
Josh, talk about Dennis's organ. Okay, how big was it?
It's a good double keyboard, a proper entertainment size organ. He's got the drum machine in there. The drum machine tends to have a mind of its own. And there are like 55, 60 buttons on this thing, and he only presses about 5 of them.
Yeah.
He's got all sorts of different tones in there, and every time he hits a different tone, it's just like, oh.
Yeah.
Hey.
I hit a
well,
button.
look at this.
Look what I'm doing now. I can understand that aspect of it. It's a performance.
Yes.
He's putting on a show.
I really feel like he taped this on his day off from the mall.
Where the vanity comes in, is like the camera always has to be on his hands.
There's a lot of that.
Like, look what I'm doing. Look at how good I am with the keyboard.
Well, and we got the contrast when all of a sudden he introduces his sister, who is a very skilled organist as well.
She's very precise.
And exactly. She's very precise. She's playing the song like you're supposed to play the song. Not a lot of showiness. and you get that contrast of just like he's just like bring, brum, ba-doom, ba-doom, doom,
But she
ding,
also
doom.
looks like someone out of place, out of time.
Yeah.
She has the big hair and like the dress. Like it all comes across like someone's like a nightmare, like someone's dream.
It is like a nightmare.
My Christmas present to you is Leroy Anderson's Sleigh Ride.
Here we go.
I didn't.
And her feet go all the way under the screen.
And come around.
Around and down back into the frame, and they start playing the piano.
Yeah.
It looks like her feet are going like
Onto the keys.
Onto the keys.
Now it really does.
and giant real feet come down and a triple exposure. The extremely long double exposure of her foot pedal action.
Oh, there was so much of just that switcher on the board just got stuck halfway through. I'm just like, we don't know how to, we can't get it.
There's
Dennis,
like a
we
peanut
can't.
wedged into the groove.
Finally managed to get it past.
Yeah.
And then it just gets stuck again on the way back.
The cover of this video should have been Dennis in like a trench coat, and it should have been titled Double Exposure.
With Dennis.
Double Exposure with Dennis.
Well, speaking of his sister, it was a pleasant surprise when she showed up because we were looking at the opening credits, which were amazing too.
Right. Let's list our cast of characters.
We've got Frosty, comma.
Jay, do them in order. It
In
starts
order,
with
in order of appearance as they were in the credits.
What is the order of appearance? Ralph?
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Remember he
Jay.
flies by his ghost?
Yeah, we're introduced to Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, who is just a spirit that the camera happened to catch. You should submit this to Ghost Adventures.
I know. Oh my God.
Come right at us!
The tape's haunted. There's a ghost. Oh no!
Rudolph died!
It wasn't on the tape when we recorded it.
Then we get a sister.
Well, it says her name. What's her name? Deborah or
Deborah. Diane.
Diane?
Spelled with a Y.
Something like that.
No,
But it's her name, and she has in
Yeah,
the
it's
opening
weird.
credits. It's her name, and then she has the same last name as Dennis. And our first thought was, oh, that's his mom. It's not going to be his wife. That's his mom. So it was a pleasant surprise when it's like, okay, it's not his wife, it's his sister, but it's still not his mom. So at least there's that.
I have a special holiday treat for you. I'd like to introduce you to my sister. Diane.
Sister!
Oh, there's another
I
step.
know
Come on.
That is it says special appearance by, I think. If it doesn't, it should, because it is a very special
That is the
appearance.
highlight of the video.
Yeah.
Because we see in the back of the studio house, there is a Santa Claus doll that is gyrating. Looks like it's humping the air because it should have a list of naughty and nice.
It looks like it was
We
supposed to.
assume it's supposed to have something in its hands, probably a naughty
Probably
list.
looking up and down, but there's nothing in the hand, so it really is just kind of a thrusting.
His action is to look at the list, turn head left, look back at the list.
Yeah.
But they had removed it.
You
yeah.
remove the list, and it just looks like he's humping,
Thrusting.
thrusting forward.
There's a difference.
And after we enjoyed Santa Claus thrusting his way through the video, at the very end, all of a sudden, there's a crazy video effect, and Santa Claus appears in a chair and goes, "Hey, there he is!"
Oh my God!
Oh my God, the thrusting Santa is coming to life! Is he gonna thrust?
He's just gonna walk up behind Dennis and.
Let that be it!
Is he alive?
Let that be it!
That's it!
That's it!
Thrusting Santa!
He came to life just to do that.
Look, Ralph! They spelled
RALF, yeah.
Oh no.
They have so many typos.
And then turns back into the humping Santa Claus that quickly.
Look, it took a lot of energy to transform into a human.
manifest.
Oh,
To
yes.
manifest as a
Just
human
did.
being.
thrusting
All he had the
Santa.
energy to do after that was wave and then say, I gotta go back.
Give me a
He
coit.
didn't even say anything!
No,
There's no
it could
coit.
have been Dennis.
It could have been Dennis.
We didn't see him without his glasses on. And
I can't see-
his beard.
Dennis is too much of a performer. I can't see Dennis just doing.
That's true.
Dennis would be like.
He would have put some pizzazz in
Hey,
it.
Yeah,
he'd have
yeah,
been,
he would put
he'd
more
have been
energy into
pizzazz
it.
Santa.
We saw him as Frosty.
And he brought it.
Yeah. Wait.
Oh.
You're not.
Oh, something happened.
That's not how the magic works.
And he had special white gloves that allowed him to play the keyboard. It's not the big, probably puffy hands that came with that costume.
The boxing gloves.
Yeah, he had specialty gloves. He really should have had like surgical gloves on, like latex gloves. He really.
That's what he had off camera when he was dealing with the family whose house he took over. That's the thing is he
Alright,
went into this
we'll kill
house.
this
All
Scotizo
those Christmas
and then
decorations, those are his. He had to bring those all in.
Little lecture.
Oh, that's right.
And then when he was done with his crimes, he had to move them out again.
Didn't get any
Take it all
gorillas,
down.
but we
This is all
dealt
legend.
with the demon boss. Next demon task, I needed to make all these dark totems because it also gives me more charges of the third. Okay, don't noodle on this guy. Come on, let's just get this done. There you go. These aren't noodles.
Noodly,
These are
noodly,
big
noodly,
hits.
noodly.
30s. 30s are good hits. That's what I like to see. He's already summoning totems. Wonder if those are on some global timer, because sometimes he doesn't summon them for a real long time. Other times it seems like he summons them pretty quick. Okay, there's the third one. One more attack. Alright, let's Am's Gray. Alright, I bet I do not finish this one before I have to use a prayer potion. The other two. But we'll see. He seems to be a bit more stubborn. Quit being stubborn. Nice. Okay, he was not stubborn. Well, he was stubborn, but got some good hits there. 25 battle staffs.
What the heck? You don't need 25 battle
I'm made
staves.
of staves.
Anything, you have too many battle staves.
Well, now I have more. It's me, John Battlestaff.
How rich can one man be?
Well, let's see. I had 653 battle staffs that I hadn't turned in, and now I have 678. And I have 518 air battle staffs that I still need to do. Okay, hold on. The first clue step we get that's not trivially easy, we'll stop. Because this one is trivially easy. It's talk to the mummy inside Pyramid Plunder, and I have a freaking thing that just goes right to him. Bup, 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 bup. Excellent work, says the mummy. See, this is also trivially easy. Alright, if I can finish this clue scroll in like 5 minutes, that would freaking be fantastic. Then we can go all in on Gorilla. Be the Gorilla Man. My God. It's so easy. Yeah, that counts as a long step. Alright, we'll do that during lunch. Go into the wilderness right now. No thanks. I really want a coif! I want a coif, darling. Give me a coif. Give me a croissant.
Oh.
Alright, I guess we'll just stop in front of Sandbird. Bye, stream. Hope you find your dad.